1. I should be live. How are y'all doing? I hope I'm alive. And I know Ray and Wendy's alive. How are y'all doing? I got something to show y'all here in a minute. Make sure my speaker's off. Yep, I don't hear myself. It was a news story that happened here the other night. Um, I'll show it here in a few minutes. But I didn't really have nothing to talk about, so I thought I would just talk about that. And you know me. Usually I'll come up with a topic and it lasts about 5 minutes, and right out the door it goes. That's the end of that. So anyhow, hey, y'all know I'm at 500 and what was it? 506 subscribers on Grandpa's Random Reviews, and I didn't know you could do that now. Let's see, where's my windows? There they are. I didn't know you could get monetized at 500 subscribers now, but it's not like the ad revenue. It's for like channel membership, the super chats, and all that other stuff, which I never do any of that. So I'm just I had to do some looking up and see, because I thought you had to have 1,000 subscribers, and you do for the AdSense, but not for the other stuff. And if I had more subscribers, I don't know. I don't know if channel membership would be any good, because I don't really have anything special to offer, and why should somebody pay for something that they're not going to get anything out of it? But the only thing I thought is, if you had a channel membership, then just do free giveaways. But I'd rather just do the free giveaways. If I had something, if it was like an educational channel or something, I could see having a paid membership, but I got no education. I just got me. Anyway, what's happening in your neck of the woods? I guess that's not really a topic. Yeah, how come I don't? Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm first, just driving home from Kansas. I just saw your name up there, so we'll get the special. That's right. If y'all are never here, I'm going to be probably burning up your phone trying to find out what you're on, where you at. Anyway, I'm home from Kansas, because you can say we ain't in Kansas no more, Dorothy. Was it Dorothy? No, Toto. Toto. Dorothy was her name. Toto was the dog's name. I don't think we're in Kansas no more. Talking about a high flight. Anyway, so how would you? What do you do to be prepared every time you get out of your car, or can you? I was thinking about that. I don't really know that. That's why I titled it "Try to Be." Uh, well, I didn't title that. What would you have done? That is, I'll show that in a minute. But reality of everyday delivery drivers. But in the description, I I said try to be prepared, because there's no way that you can be prepared for every situation. And in this situation, you couldn't really be prepared. Uh, Been doing proxy picks. I got to do FedEx tomorrow. I extended hours because I just didn't really feel like doing it today. And I imagine they lock the gates about 5 o'clock. And I don't know. I just didn't feel like messing with it today. I went to Taco Casa to eat, and I turned Spark on while I was out. I have not sparked. I What is today's Thursday? I don't think maybe Monday. I did a couple of orders. I don't think I did any Tuesday. I don't think I did any yesterday. I just been doing reviews. I got more stuff, man. I got a nice. Well, I'm not going to say where it is, because I might have a place for that, so I'm not going to say what it is. But it's a very nice, expensive, whatever it is. I kind of zoomed in on it, or on that. On StreamYard, it looks like I'm really zoomed in. YouTube, it doesn't look too bad. There's not going to be all up in your grill. Anyway, y'all check this out. Let's see if I can. Get this shared. Share screen. Uh,
With a dog and in a life-threatening situation when it attacked.
I don't remember if we get sound. That would be great. Oh, I know how I can tell. I can put my headphones on. Well, would that work? I don't know if it would work. Anyway, y'all check this out.
A DoorDash delivery yesterday afternoon. A man suddenly
We'll turn that
himself
closed caption on just in
in
case.
a life-threatening situation when it attacked. Dylan Jimenez talked with that man about the attack. Dylan joins us now with that and also his recovery.
Yeah, Daryl, what was supposed to be a simple delivery for Michael Gideon turned into
I don't hear no sounds. Apparently the sound's not coming through.
The worst. It was around 3 Sunday afternoon when Michael Gideon was making a simple delivery on Aspen Street.
Just a really good day.
But when caught off guard, Gideon was attacked by a bull terrier type dog, receiving injuries to his forearm.
I was scared, and I just know that I had to kill that dog. I've never, ever been scared in my life like that from anything or anybody.
After slipping and falling due to rain, Gideon began wrestling the dog, struggling to get free.
It seemed like forever, man.
Then Gideon's wife, Ashley, stepped in to save him.
As soon as I heard him say, ask for help, yell for help, I was
Turn the
like,
speaker up, maybe.
my panic mode kicked in. I've never experienced anything like this.
She kicked him. He let go of it finally. She kicked him right in the nose, tennis spot.
He
finally let go, but he came back after me as I was on the ground. I can't really tell you after that, like
exactly
how I got up or exactly what happened.
Gideon received stitches and is in a sling due to pain of the bites. He's set to receive a series of rabies shot over the coming days.
I got the sling to keep it still because the muscles and the bone, it's all swollen. I got both sides of my arms. Just got lucky those didn't
rip. As Gideon recovers, he says he'll think twice when he sees another dog. According to Animal Services, the dog is in quarantine at Animal Services until June 12th. The animal control officer who responded says he found the dog at home with the door open. The owners can pick up the dog on the 12th and must pay a fine to get the dog back. It's unclear what or if any penalties will come of this.
So glad that he's going to be okay. I know that must hurt a lot. And
so yeah.
I'm glad that
anyway,
was right on and was able to save him like that. Wow, I'm glad she went into action. All right, Dylan.
That would kind of bite, no pun intended. But you know, if you went to deliver, you couldn't really be prepared for that because I don't know if you got it or not. Apparently, the dog was in the house and it went out, open front door. But I don't know if Girl Scouts still sell cookies door to door, or Boy Scouts selling, sausage or whatever. I know they don't come around here. But what if that would have been, that guy was in his 40s, probably late 30s, early 40s. He was at the age where he could handle it. But what if it was a 70 or 80-year-old person or a kid? A newspaper. Do they still? I don't know if they have newspaper routes anymore. But what if he wasn't able to fight off that dog? But how much more could that dog have tore him up? Or if it had been a her, how much? Luckily, his wife was with him, so she helped get the dog away. And I don't know if you could read it and tell or not, but he hollered for her to come help him, and they got the dog off, and then the dog started coming after him again. My question is, where was the dog owner? If your door's not shut good and the dog goes out the door and starts barking at somebody, that's not good because you knew you had an order coming. But I can see that happening. But for a dog to have a full-blown attack and then attack again, I would go after the homeowner on that or the pet owner on that. That was not good at all. So, I don't know. It just doesn't seem right. I wish there was a way to show a video like that and get the audio. I have to look into that. Maybe Steve might know how to do that. Anyway, I'm assuming I'm still here because the chat's not moving, and I don't know who's here. My mom said she would be here, so your mom, hi. How you doing, pork chop? What? Oh, you just missed it. If you just now got here, well, it's neither no topic. But what would you have done? In the video I just showed, or news clip I just showed, explain that one was reality of everyday delivery drivers daily. Reality of every delivery driver's daily lives. What it was is some people. I'll tell you. I'll paraphrase. Oh, y'all heard it? Did it come through reels yet? Oh, okay. And I was just rambling over it. I didn't know if you could hear it or not. I put my headphones on, but I couldn't hear it. Oh, well, I'm glad you could hear it. But anyway, DoorDasher, probably, I would guess in their 40s, he went to the door to drop the order off. A dog came out the door, and as I hate to knock pit bulls, but it was it said a pit terrier, which is a pit bull. As far as I know, I'm not a dog person. But anyway, it came out the door and attacked this guy, chewed his arm up pretty good. Stitches, bite marks on one side. He fought the dog off. And while he was fighting the dog off, he hollered for his wife, and she came and helped him. And they got the dog off. And then the dog came back and attacked again. Like in the description of the video, I put, how could you try to be prepared at every drop. But in a situation like that, people say, oh, you should be, what is that? Be aware of your surroundings and stuff. And I agree with that. But when something comes charging out of a house, you can't be prepared for that. You're going to carry around dog mace or a knife or a club or a gun or something. You can't be prepared for that. So, in that situation, I kind of wonder where the pet owner was. If a dog can go out the door, attack somebody, they get them all, then they attack them again, But yeah, how could you be prepared? And a lot of people don't think about the delivery drivers. That was right over there by my mom's house. She's the one that told me about it. And it was on the news, but I didn't see it. But yeah, I don't know what you could do. And if you do something, what is it that you do to be prepared? I bought some dog spray. I have no idea where it's at. I don't carry it. I don't know why I bought it. I should be carrying it. But you can't just, man, that's going blurry. I got a new camera. It's supposed to be coming in. It's supposed to be like this, but homeowner's fault. They knew the driver. Exactly. That's kind of what I thought. And that's why I said, if you thought your door was shut, your dog busted out that door and started barking at somebody and stuff, you should have jumped up and went and took care of the problem immediately. There shouldn't have been no. How come you're not? I don't know why you thought you had a wrench. Standard moderation. There. It's on Grandpa's Random Reviews, huh? I thought you had a wrench on this one too, but anyway, you do now. Yeah, but how would you be prepared? And if you are prepared, what is it you do to ensure your safety? If you see a dog wandering the streets, yeah, I mean, you can kind of watch that. Or if you out in the rural area where we go a lot with the Wichita Falls, they deliver way outside the main town. And if you see a dog bowl out there or something like that, to open your door, whistle, whistle for the dog, and if nothing comes up, the people's got the dog put up. Or if they come running out there with their tails wagging, it ain't a big deal. But when you don't know there's a dog there, and I had one like that, but their door was latched, that opened up about that far. It wasn't a big dog like a pit or nothing, but it was like a chow, or not a chow, like a Spitz, about that size. If you know what a Spitz breed is, it's about that size. Man, that thing was fighting to try to get his head out that door, and I was like, I didn't trust her door latch, so I hurried up. But hey, good, Dashing Maverick. Can of mace to spray. So you carry that with you, and you have it like on your pants pocket or pants loop or belt buckle or belt loop. I'll get it out here in a minute. I've got a little can, but I don't carry it. Actually, I don't even know where it's at right now. I do carry a pocket knife. I would hate to have gotten that close to that dog, but I would have had, if I could have got my knife out, I would have killed the dog or hurt it really bad. And I'm not saying that is the solution, is to kill a dog, but if you're getting attacked by a dog that's obviously extremely aggressive, then I think you're in every right to do so, whatever it takes. But in a situation like that, would you have time to get the mace out, or get time to get a pocket knife out? I don't even have my pocket now. When I got in earlier, I took it out of my pocket. But it's got a blade that long, so it would do some damage. But I don't know. It's just something I think everybody needs to think about. I don't carry it. I'm glad Spark dropping it. Well, this guy was just a DoorDash driver. You're going to drop it on the Force Away. And you can probably drop food a lot more than you can do Spark. I want to order today. So this is kind of off the subject, but I'm about dropping my dog. I want to order today. 3 drops. All 3 of them was for the same person. 2 of them went to the same house. The other one went to another house. It was like those group homes. It was only a mile apart from each other, not even a mile. It's when you get them, you don't really have to worry about the name, because the name's the same. That was the first situation where I had like that, where all 3 orders were the same name. That's when you got to pay attention to the number on the ticket, the sticker. Hey, Lisa, how are you? All is well here. Just getting older and uglier. But I've heard people carrying bear spray and dog spray. This was dog mace that I've got about wherever it's at. And I had rather use that unless the wind's blowing, and then you're taking a chance on it blowing back in your face, making the situation a lot worse than what it would have been. I'm good. In bed. I have an early morning order. Oh, wow. Are you doing the catering orders like Tim does? Homeowners should have been more responsible. They know exactly. They do. That's kind of what I thought. And if this guy sued the homeowner, maybe their insurance will cover it, because the neighborhood where this was at is not like a rich neighborhood. I mean, it's not like poverty, but it's the upper lower class to lower middle class. It's a decent neighborhood, but it's not like they're going to have mega bucks to pay a lawsuit. So hopefully their insurance will pay it. I worried that it might have been my son-in-law's dogs, but it wasn't. They've got 2 pets. One is really friendly. The other one, I don't trust it at all. It can be a little aggressive sounding. If you go in the house and they're there, it's fine. But if you try to go in that house to feed them, the one just looks at you and wants to play, and the other one lips curling down, and I said, one time I went over there. The first time I took care of the dogs, it was fine. The second time I went, that one acted like he was going to attack. So I said, But anyway, I was worried that one of my grandkids had opened the door up a little bit. Maybe the dog went out, but it wasn't them. Wasn't them. So that was good. You could carry a water gun, but then somebody might think you have a real gun. Yeah, the homeowner's policy would cover it because it covers for things if somebody gets hurt on your property. Yeah, but with it being an animal, that's what I was wondering. If somebody trips over a bicycle or a tricycle, or in a hole in the yard or something, then your homeowner's insurance should cover that. But with it being a pet, I don't know. I, you know, I guess you could carry a water gun and fill it up with like jalapeno juice. That would be good. I think that would do the trick. Try to think if it's really hot, but Tabasco sauce or jalapeno juice, that would do it. Get the jar of jalapenos. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, yeah, I would hate to kill the dog, but what if it would have been an older person or a kid? And my grandkid, there was another dog that was out. I think Mom was telling me about it maybe 2 weeks ago. I can't remember. I don't remember if it got attacked anybody or if it just got reported. It was on the rants and raves for where she lives. I don't remember. But my grandkids wander, they wander around in that neighborhood. And I'm sorry if somebody's dog is going to get after my grandkids, it's probably going to wind up missing if they don't take care of themselves. My old house, we had a next door neighbor, and they had 2 dogs, good dogs. But my stepdaughter at the time was going to feed the dog, and the dog jumped up to get it, but she had it too close to her face, and it grabbed the side of her face, and it put a big old puncture. Got her dead. She's going on 28, 29 years old now, and still carries that scar. But in a situation like that, and they took the dog and put it down. They said, I can't have a dog that possibly could hurt somebody. They was really responsible pet owners. I didn't think it was the dog's fault, but and it was. She was little, probably 11, 10 or 11 years old, and didn't think much about it. But it should be the homeowner's responsibility to destroy the critter. The homeowner's problems actually made me carry insurance because I have a dog in case they would bite somebody. I told her I have a 4-pound line poodle. You're not going to buy anybody. It cost me an extra $25 to have that clause in the policy. Yeah, I saw some of your reviews, and I don't think your little poochies are going to hurt anybody. Of course, they got sharp little teeth, probably. The meanest dog I ever ran across was a Chihuahua. And one of my old bosses had a Chihuahua, and it was friendly as could be when you go over to his house. When you got ready to leave, that thing would latch onto your ankles. Sometimes it gets you bone and muscle, and sometimes it gets you pants leg. But it just didn't want you to leave. It would just shake. But man, those Chihuahuas can be very aggressive. And I hear city people talking about, I worry about bobcats and coyotes and all that. I'm like, man, unless you're talking a full-blown wolf or a mountain lion, a coyote and a bobcat, and you're safer around them than you are any domesticated dog because they're going to run unless you get them cornered. But the coyotes and stuff, they don't want to be around you. Dogs are aggressive or can be aggressive. I'm not going to say they're all aggressive. Like Well, I'm not a pet owner, but I don't dislike dogs. And some dogs are more special than other dogs. But anyway, you know what? I just get tickled at city people. And they hear a coyote or something, they get all worried they're going to come attack them. Oh, them coyotes ain't going to come anywhere near you. Not intentionally, but yeah, I don't. I have delivered to apartments where, man, it sounds like they got big dogs, and you can hear it barking from 4 or 5, you know, buildings down. I'm like, I hate to live here and have to listen to that all the time. My mom's neighbor, she's got pets over there. They're not they're not aggressive, you know. Maybe if you jumped over the fence or something, they might. If they're out, well, she got 1 or 2 new ones, but the older ones that she had, they were out before and they weren't aggressive. But some of them dogs can change over time. Back in Missouri, do y'all kind of do like that? Way we nothing against anybody from Oklahoma. You know, when we come back across that river, I say, I feel smarter already. I didn't know if Kansas and Missouri had a thing like that. I do like the fact that you can go from Kansas City, was it Kansas City, Kansas, and Kansas City, Missouri, and it's kind of like Texarkana. You know, on one side of town you're in Texas, the other side you're in Arkansas, and it's, I mean, all the same. You can carry a taser torch. I think didn't you do? Let's see. That sounds familiar. I don't remember if you had that on one of your videos that I watched. I remember last year we was talking about that. I was on chicken. One of those. I forgot all about it. I wished I could get some reviews on stuff like that. That would be cool. Okay, I was thinking I remember seeing it on a video that you had. Yeah. Did y'all know? I was just sitting there looking. Did y'all know they make smart scales? I had no idea they made these things. You can hook an app up to your phone and you can track you can set goals. It'll send you a message to be sure to weigh in. And yeah, that was quite funny, wasn't it? That pork chop. I put a video. It was supposed to be a YouTube short, but I put out the wrong video, and it was like the unedited video, and I get it taken care of. That was kind of funny though. Glad it was really late. Nobody saw it. At least I wasn't doing anything dumb, you know, or not dumb, but anything embarrassing, my nose or passing gas or something like that. But everything has an app on it, it seems. Yeah, I had no idea. And I had thought about keeping them, but in all honesty, what am I going to do with a scale like that? All I want to do, I never really don't even want to know how much I weigh, which I was kind of surprised. I actually lost like 3 more pounds from going to the doctor. If these are accurate, I mean, they're cool. Is that this right here, this part, where you put your feet, where are we at? This whole area lights up. You can have different colors, which that was kind of cool. But what am I going to do? They'll probably be in the sale. I had a German Shepherd attack me when I was much younger. I punched it in mouth. It hurt me a lot, but the dog ran off. Yeah. I don't know. Me and Larry, a friend I grew up with, there was two Doberman Pinschers that started chasing us. I think I've even talked about this before. But looking back on that, I don't think that they was really being aggressive because Doberman Pinschers would have caught us. We were on bicycles. Doberman Pinschers are extremely fast. They was probably more wanting to play than anything. It just scared us. We was in probably what, fourth, fifth grade. So what are you, like 12, 11? I said, no, 10, well, around 10, somewhere in there. That's the only time I've had an issue, but I know Emily's got attacked by dogs out here in the country. I know a couple of other drivers that's gotten attacked by dogs. I've been lucky. I mean, I don't knock on wood, but when there's dogs out, I'll open my door and kind of talk to them and see what kind of reaction I get. The ones that have been out, they were friendly. You know, there was out on 369. They've got what's Farmer Market Road 369. 369. Anyway, they've got I think 4 dogs, and 3 of them are friendly, and they just want to follow you back and forth from the car to the front porch. So 20 or 25 yards. And the other one, it barks and barks, and it takes off and runs to the back. That might be the more aggressive one, but it did take off to the back. But maybe because the other dogs were friendly, I don't know. He just didn't want nothing to do with me. If you can see the dogs or people, you can kind of adjust to the surroundings and be ready. But for a deal like that one, it's it could catch you off guard. I don't know if anybody else is in here that didn't see that video a while ago, but I think we'll just play it again. What? Yeah, I'll play it one more time. Share screen. Oh, let me open this up first. That's not the same story that was up. Celebrity birthday, Harvey Fierstein. Fierstein? I don't know. Don't know who that is. Hit refresh. Oh, that's a wrong story. Come on, come on. Oh, I guess this thing's been playing in the background, y'all. How far back am I going to have to go? Whoa. Here we go. Let it load, hit pause, unmute it, back it up, back it up. There we go. We'll run this one more time.
A DoorDash delivery yesterday afternoon, a man suddenly found himself wrestling with a dog and in a life-threatening situation when it attacked. Dylan Jimenez talked with that man about the attack. Dylan joins us now with that and also his recovery.
Yeah, Daryl, what was supposed to be a simple delivery for Michael Gideon turned into a nightmare, and during his struggle, he expected the worst. It was around 3 Sunday afternoon when Michael Gideon was making a simple delivery on Aspen Street.
Just a really good day.
But when caught off guard, Gideon was attacked by a bull terrier type dog, receiving injuries to his forearm.
I was scared, and I just know that I had to kill that dog. I've never, ever been scared in my
This
life
is other guy.
from anything or
That's
anything.
the other
After
couple.
slipping and falling due to rain, Gideon began wrestling the dog, struggling to get free.
It seemed like forever, man.
Then Gideon's wife, Ashley, stepped in to save him.
As soon as I heard him say, ask for help, yell for help, I was like, my panic mode kicked in. I've never experienced anything like this.
She kicked him. He let go finally. She kicked him right in the nose, tender spot. He finally let go, but he came back after me as I was on the ground. I can't really tell you after that, like exactly how I got up or exactly what happened.
Gideon received stitches
Actually,
and is
it's
in a
not been
sling
before.
due to
Maybe the
pain of
30s.
the bites. He's set to receive a series of rabies shot over the coming days.
I got the sling to keep it still because the muscles and the bone, it's all swollen. I got both sides of my arms. Just got lucky those didn't rip.
As Gideon recovers, he says he'll think twice when he sees another dog. According to Animal Services, the dog is in quarantine at Animal Services until June 12th. The animal control officer who responded says he found the dog at home with the door open. The owners can pick up the dog on the 12th and must pay a fine to get the dog back. It's unclear what or if any penalties will come of this.
So glad that he's going to be okay. I know that must hurt a lot. And glad that kick was right on. And
Yeah. I mean, how do you be prepared for that? Anyway, y'all. Let's see. Stop. I'm not going to show that again. So, anyway, just something kind of to think about. And it might be, I don't know. I don't know if dog attacks are more prone to happen in the spring and summer than they are. I would think they were, for the simple fact that in the winter, most people are going to have their front door shut. So maybe summertime is more of a time to be watching for that. I do know summertime is a higher probability of the rabies. So you definitely have to watch for your critters in the summertime. You know, you got raccoons and possums and armadillos and things like that. We've got all those around here. And occasionally you might see a fox, not very often. They're pretty elusive, but they are. And I have only seen a coyote in town maybe twice. Now, my old neighborhood where I used to live, now you would see one every once in a while there, but we lived down on the edge of the neighborhood and was nothing but wooded area behind us. The park down there, you know, like 3 houses down. And the coyotes and the turkey come up in there. So, but you know, the rabies is something where everybody needs to think about during the summer. It don't matter where you live, you got skunks. You know, I'm sure probably even like big cities like Dallas and Houston, places like that, you probably got skunks in the back alleys and stuff. Got to be paying attention to that one for sure. And it's been a skunk is you can probably smell it before it gets very close. And they're not going to run as fast as a dog. They can run pretty fast. Probably outrun me, but I'm not going to be too far from my car either. So, anyway. I am at a loss for anything to say, y'all. I did get a new water bottle. This is really reaching for something to talk about here, which is pretty cool, though. It's got a, I don't know if y'all have tried these or not, Life Sip. You pour a bottle of water in it, and it has these little. I made a comment on what that made me think about, but if you just, let's see, how do you do, yeah. They come with these little inserts. Oh, dripping on me. Can't get dirty. I got to do reviews here in a minute. I don't want to take shirts. Anyway, they're flavored. They're pretty good. The sweet tea, no, so much. But you can adjust the amount of flavor that comes through it. You just pour water in it. You don't mix it or nothing. Just pour water in it, stir it up. Yeah, it's kind of something pretty good. But these stay pretty cool. Bad thing is it won't fit in your cup holder. Not mine anyway. How you doing, Ellen? Didn't see you sneak in. I was too busy talking about the water bottle. See how exciting I am around here? Foxes are bold in London. You'll see them on the streets after dark and in the parking lots. London, that's where they always had the big fox hunts and all that, isn't it? Isn't that where all that came from? Is the fox hunts and all that? From them fancy rich folks. You see them around here, but not very often. They always really the only thing you see around here all the time is cats, and cats are not going to attack you. Cats are not very likely to get rabies because they're too quick and they can get away. That's one thing that I always thought was kind of interesting is you have dog laws where you can't have a dog run loose and stuff, but there is no cat ordinances. Cats just roam free. But they kind of take care of, mice and the snakes and things like that. So well, they're supposed to. So cats are scared of them. But anyway, yes, in England. That's what I was thinking. I remember some of the old movies back in the 70s. They would have fox hunts and stuff like that. I should be drinking more of that water, but I'm drinking my tea. But I have been drinking more water, so that should help. So, how hot is it there now, Miss Ellen? Y'all should be, or not in the peak of the summer, but y'all should be toasting out there pretty good. I remember, what was it? The the one trip that I went to Vegas, they were saying don't stay in the pyramid and what was the stratosphere in the summer because the air conditioning was horrible in those two hotels. I think it was those two. Might be wrong. And that's been a few years, several years ago, actually. There are so many foxes there. They're like raccoons here. Funny story about raccoons. Uh, I guess my daughter was, let's see, her mom died when she was 8. So she was maybe 9. But we had a park mansion in the living room. There was a living room window. The front porch was right there. But I had a park bench on the front porch. And my daughter heard something. This was at night. Porch light was on. It was at night. And she opened the curtain and she screamed. And I ran over and I looked, and there was a raccoon just sitting there looking in the window. Scared her to death. But when I guess well, anybody really, you open the curtain and there's a critter staring at you, something with a mask on. But it was funny. It was funny. We used to get possums all the time. I tried to knock them off the fence because the dogs would be barking and yeah, they go through. That's what they were last 3 or 4 years ago over across town from here. They was having an issue with that. They was getting up in people's backyards, eating out of the dog food bowls, getting into the trash cans, and they was trying to tell everybody over in that neighborhood to keep, to, unless they left their dog out, put the dog bowls up and make sure they covered their trash up good. They just didn't want to get over the foxes over there. I guess the situation got remedied, however it happened, because I don't hear anything about it now. To me, just seeing a fox is kind of cool because they're so here anyway. They're so elusive, and Very rarely see them. They're around. You just don't see them. Anyway, y'all, we don't have to stay on another 15 minutes. I was generally I'm running over, but I'm really at a loss there, and I don't know what to talk about. I was saying earlier that I'm kind of getting where I'm more doing the reviews and stuff, talking about those more so than Spark and stuff. But I guess technically the reviews and Amazon and all that's kind of like a gig too, because it's just a different kind of gig. I ran into a boss in the parking lot. Are, I'm assuming that foxes are like coyotes and stuff. They're going to take off and run away from you. They're not friendly and want to come petted. I'm assuming that just from the way the ones I've seen here. Because if you see one, man, they're gone. There was one back when I was younger. We was at it was at Broken Bow camping out, and my dad heard the ruckus, and we turned the light on the camper, and there was a fox in the trash can. I think that's what it was. I can't remember. But as soon as we walked and it saw us, it took off. Ray just laughed at you. Well, if you're not used to them, if, I don't know. If it didn't run, I would be a little freaked out too. But me, I'm like, where's my camera? I'm going to get a picture of it. I've been up to trying to get pictures of bears. Never got one. Been to Mexico and Colorado, see the signs and everything, but I've never got to take a picture. I don't want to be up close to it. Don't get me wrong. I know they can be aggressive, but I got enough zoom as long as I'm not too far. Not friendly, but they don't appear to be scared. Oh, they don't appear to be scared. Wow. How you doing, Mr. Tim? Hope you're doing well up there. Making all the money. How's the renovation coming along? I haven't. I don't know if you got any videos out on that or not. I know Miss Lisa said earlier she had a. I don't know if she ever answered me. I didn't see her. I'm spending all the money. Lisa said that she had an early delivery in the morning. I think I asked her if it was a catered order, but I don't know. I didn't see if she answered me or not. She might because she was going to bed early. Man, I wish they would get that. I would love to do like he was saying, do 4 or 5 catered orders a week and be done with it. That would be kind of nice. You have video, PC is in the storage. I wish this PC was. I don't know what to do about that thing. I need to quit griping about it. Mom keeps telling me go up there and talk to them at Best Buy. That's where it came from. I just think it's my editor that it just pretty much locks this computer down. You try to move the mouse and it freezes, and then it jumps, and then it freezes. You can't open the browser. You can't do nothing until the files load. It's just aggravating. I guess you have to get used to it, load the files up, and then go on and go back in the living room or something and give it time. Oh, it's nice what it happened. I only had 2 deliveries last week. more, but I still made 610 off it. Wow, that is awesome. Man, I wish they had those. Or maybe someday. Probably. Closest thing I'm going to have to setting stuff up is going to the flea market and selling some of my goods. I kind of want to do that this month or next month, but it's not going to happen this month. In July and August is our hottest months. I don't think we'll mess with it. Probably going to start hitting it in the fall. Maybe one or two trips I can get it cleared out and make some money. Make some money to pay Uncle Sam. I'm on a payment plan with them now, so we'll see how that works out this year. And if y'all ever get into anything besides gig work, or besides like delivery, because you all you have to take off is your mileage, unless you're going out of bounds and take all your other stuff. If you get into other gigs like doing Amazon or things like that, make sure you save a few receipts here and there from when you go out to eat, travel, anything like that, because it is tax deductible. And I can put those on the Amazon stuff, and then Spark delivery I can leave over here and just use mileage over here. But you can put some of the mileage over there too. Not doing so good this week. I'll have my third delivery tomorrow, and I'll put in 302 so far. I don't even want to tell you what I did. I think I have sparked. Actually, what? Oh, I did spark Monday. Monday, I made $52, and today I did that one order, and it was $25.89, which was a pretty good one right there. So I made a whopping about $75, 80, no, 78, somewhere in there. But I'm making money on Amazon, so it'll all work out. I'll be staying in the $100 trailer starting tomorrow, which is my last night in the extended stay hotel. That'll probably be nice, won't it? I wish you didn't live so far because I have the opportunity to review some things that you could probably use, but you have to install. By the time I picked the guys to come up there and us install it, you could have just bought it. You know, like a kitchen sink or the faucets, some lighting, which some of the lighting you wouldn't want anyway. It's ugly. Uh, Yard light, big yard light, like a parking lot light. Just some different things. If you had a place to install some of this stuff, and if you needed it, like I did the kitchen faucet a while back, but my mom installed it over in her house. Hopefully, you got you an air conditioner. It's getting pretty toasty out there now. I've been turning away a lot of small and low paying orders because I've had so much to do. Yeah. I can relate, not necessarily for the orders, but for the reviews. I, I've had a couple of things that I've just told, I just threw a high price out there because I didn't really want to do it. And if they buy it, then okay. I mean, I told one of them $250. I haven't heard nothing back yet. Imagine they ran. I don't care. I'm to the point now. I got more stuff to do than I have time to do it. Mom asked me, or a while back, she said something about, you might have to get you a part-time job, and which the part-time money would be good, but I don't know when I would have any the time to do a part-time job. I need new subfloors and walls first. Well, yeah, you gotta need the walls there. It's the power. It's the power flush. Oh, the China dolls. What do they got? The seller said they only have shelf on and no re. Oh. You know, when you're looking at Amazon, sometimes you need to be careful because, like, they wanted me to do a review, and it looked like a bunch of boxy and wrenches, metric and standard. $40 for wrenches is awful cheap. But all the pictures have the wrenches in these little holders, like the cheap tools that you get at Walmart. I don't know higher end tools. I use if I get tools like that, I buy cheap ones because they'll last me because I'm not using them much and I'm not doing it like a lot of work with them. But they have little holders that you just slide your box and wrenches in. That's what they want me to review. Which no, they ain't messing with that. But again, if they pay $20 a day, but what am I going to do with them? I'm just going to be stuck with them. Ain't nobody going to buy that crap. But what I'm saying is, you got to look at Amazon and be careful because all their pictures on that product show wrenches in it. Well, probably 80% of their pictures. There's a few pictures that show just that little holder. That's just deceiving. I guess it's the way to get people to order stuff, but I would send it back. If I thought it was a whole wrench set and I ordered that, I'd send it back. But you're probably counting on a lot of people. I don't know where they're putting it off, and then it's too late to send it back. I don't know what the time limit is on Amazon returns, but 30 days maybe. I don't know. Anyway. I have made it an hour, y'all. Actually, 58 minutes, 57 minutes because I was late. But I've got one inverter. Tim, you'd probably be interested in that one. It's a 1500 watt inverter. They're supposed to be sending me a battery more than the sealed. Well, my mind went not your lead acid, but the ADM, anyway, one of the higher end batteries. They're supposed to send me one of those, but I haven't gotten it. They wanted me to do a 60-second unboxing of this inverter. Big inverter, man. That's big for 15 AGM battery. Yeah. They're supposed to be sending me one of those, which would be great for camping. But, I've got a power supply box, like a Jackery. So I really don't need it. So I'm probably going to wind up selling that inverter. But this inverter be perfect for somebody if you had a SUV or a pickup or something that you had a little space up under the hood, mounted up under the hood, or in the back of the SUV. That'd be great. 1500 is 50 amp. Yeah. When the review I watched, and see, that's something else that's kind of deceiving. The videos down at the bottom of that Amazon page, the reviews are all on 2,000 watt inverters. The guy, when he plugged in those hot air guns, like putting on wrap or window tint and stuff like that. I guess a lot more purposes than that. That's just what I've seen them used for. But he had that running and just a regular box fan and a blender. I think he had a blender running all at the same time. It handled it fine. But my inverter that I had that I always used camping, it was only like 300 watts, 300, maybe 500, but it was just this little cheap one from Walmart. It did the trick because all I needed it for is to run a spotlight or a light, those clamp-on lights. I would run my extension cord down to the water when I was fishing. That way I could have a light down there when I was fishing, when I was camping. And then I run my electric fillet knife on the of it. So it worked fine for that. But I know plug in a heater, it goes screaming and it shuts off. And I don't know if even 1500-watt inverter is going to handle it on them little space heaters. They pull a lot of juice. I went through some trying different things when I had my SUV of keeping it warm for winter camping. I love the camping in that thing. It's so easy to do. No tent setting up, no nothing. I mean, you just pull up, move the cooler out, and then a couple other little things out, camping boxes, and blow your air mattress up. You're set. In 10 minutes, and you're set up. I love it. Anyway, um, you need 20 amps per heater or 2,000 watt. So, well, this one's a 1,500 watt. But I know they have the lower wattage heaters, but I wound up. I know you shouldn't do it. And in the camping, and you're listening to this, don't do it, Tim. You probably already know. But most people should. But the little propane heaters, or not heaters, but propane cook stoves, I wound up turning it on. Not all night, but it heated up the inside because I had tried to run heat lamps. Like I grew up with them hanging above little baby chicks, for the heat lamp. I tried running those, and it'll drain a deep cycle 12-volt battery, 10 minutes at the most. Anyway, yeah. I'll do their 1,500-watt inverter, and I'll do their AGM battery, but I don't really need it anymore because I have that one power supply box. I forget what you call them. It's like a jackery, but that's really about all I need. And all I'm going to do is I'm not running refrigerators and different things. All I need is a light and my knife and to blow up air mattress. Put the stove on low heat and throw a big cast iron pot on it. That way, I used it in the SUV. I could have when I'd use the full size mattress, I had about this much room, so I would put my camping boxes running down the side, and I put that stove up on top of that. You still had, you can't see, you still had 2.5 foot to the roof, and it didn't put out that much heat. But yeah, you cast iron stove or skillet on it, and it pushes that heat out, and it heats that up. It doesn't really heat up that much above it. It got warm, but it worked. I would recommend running propane. They say if you run those like the Mr. Buddies and stuff, supposedly those have a shut off. So if it does start getting carbon monoxide buildup, those will turn off. But you're supposed to leave your window cracked, but definitely don't need a heater now. Not for camping. Maybe in a few months I'll be on the air mattress tomorrow. It'll be more comfy than the Sport Hotel bed. Yeah. I've got a nice one on up off the ground, like 18 or 20 inches. It's comfortable. I slept on when I moved in here. I slept on it for a few weeks before I got a mattress. And I wound up getting to do a review for a bed frame, so it worked out. Anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and get off here and act like I'm doing something productive. Oh, I was looking down here. What's that box for? But that was what came in yesterday. But I can't say what it is because it might. Well, never mind. Anyway, I think mine is 18 inches. I just got it from Amazon. I don't know. I got mine at Walmart. It's I don't know. It's like it's the upright. But man, when you get my age, getting up off those ones that are just flat down on the ground, they're not uncomfortable until you need to get up. And when getting out of bed, rolling out of bed in the morning, or whatever time you're getting up. It's not as easy as it used to be to go from that far down on the ground up. So it's a lot easier, and you can sit on the side of this one and put your shoes on. I think it was, I think for about 60, $70. I can't remember. But yeah, there's some super high. Well, if you was looking on Amazon, there's some super high dollar air mattresses. Some of them they say are just as comfortable and more comfortable than the high end regular standard mattresses. So, I don't know. As long as you can get a good night's sleep, it's all that matters. The only problem I had with my one mattress, the double one, is keeping the sheets on it because you can't tuck them up under. But they may make special sheets. I don't know. I'm not that fancy. Regular queen size sheets worked. Getting a tent to pop up in the dining room of the trailer. You're getting a tent to pop up. I'm not even going to ask. You need to put some videos out. I think the main thing about the trailer houses is the insulation. I could have rented a trailer, and I've lived in a trailer house, and I like trailer houses. I got no problem with the trailer house. The problem that I have is the utility bills. Because the ones I've been around, the electric bill was high, the gas bill was high, because they just don't insulate them that good. With you having that one, you may insulate it really well, or add more insulation. Good night, everyone. Getting back up certainly hard. Yeah, it is. Have a good one, Wendy. Appreciate you coming by. And I'm fixing to I already said I'm getting out of here, didn't I? Anyway, I was ready to go, and Tim got my mind going on stuff. Whoo, left field I went. Yeah, I got to start looking around for stuff. I don't have to move. But here in about 3 months, my 1 year lease is up here, and I really would like to have a 2-bedroom. I would like this whole setup to be in a room. That way I could have a couch and a real living room. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I just don't want to cover. Let's see, a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, $950 a month, which is a little more than I want to pay. Anyhow, that's another story for another day. We will be on our way, and I'm staying out of here. I'm staying out here. All right, have a good one, Pork Chop. Hope to see you next week, if not sooner. Who knows? I may pop up on a live stream on something. I don't know. You never know. I don't know. I do know I got reviews to do, and I do know I enjoy hanging out with y'all. That's why I'm here tonight. Didn't really have nothing to talk about, but just hanging out with y'all is a lot of fun. I enjoy it. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and sign off and work for a little bit and then try to get some sleep. Got somebody supposed to come by a little dresser in the morning. Hopefully not too early, but they're supposed to message me. Hopefully they show up. Anyway, I'm out, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Y'all keep dashing, dancing, prancing, smiling, dashing, dancing, prancing. Whatever it is you want to do, just keep doing something because you're going to grow old if you do. And I will see y'all next time. Y'all have a good night. Bye, y'all.